Hello. Today we're going to be talking about practitioner burnout, specifically the impact it has on the field of special education. First, we need to define what is practitioner burnout. Oliveira et al. States, according to Masloch's model, teachers' burnout is defined as a three-dimensional syndrome characterized by emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and a reduced personal accomplishment, which is driven by chronic teaching stressors. Here's a little comic, and I think we can relate. When you get to the stress level of high, things become to feel like they're ginormous, and we can spend extra time worrying about every little detail and what needs to be done, and being so stressed and overwhelmed with all that is going into our work. Masloch et al. Provides us with the overview and characteristics of practitioner burnout. The main characteristics that they discovered through research are emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and reduced personal accomplishment. Emotional exhaustion can be described as feelings of emotional distress and depletion of emotional resources, loss of energy, and fatigue. Depersonalization includes negative, detached feelings and behaviors towards students, irritability, loss of idealism, and psychological withdrawal. In reference to reduced personal accomplishment, teachers may have loss of feelings of competence and efficacy at work, reduced productivity, demoralization, and inability to cope with one's work demands. Practitioner burnout can happen to anyone. We're going to discuss a few different causes of practitioner burnout. Oliveira et al. Explains that burnout can be caused by high social and emotional demands, as well as low social and emotional resources. Conchio provides us with a list of causes. One of the causes we're going to look at is limited teacher experience. First, let's take a look at high social and emotional demands. Some examples could be classroom management, decision making, and time management to respond to workload. If teachers are not taught how to choose effective classroom management skills, it can be very draining to work each day when the classroom is not in a successful working order. Time management is also a very important skill to have as a special education teacher. There are so many different tasks that need to be accomplished each day to assure that your day runs smoothly on top of the paperwork that needs to be completed. If you are not able to manage your time efficiently, the day-to-day tasks can become overwhelming, and you may find yourself feeling like there is no end in sight. Next, we're going to talk a little more about low social and emotional resources. This can leave teachers feeling as though they have little support from administration. Also, if teachers are not able to engage with each other and provide each other support, it can lead to teachers to feel isolated and alone. In my new classroom this year, I had to move in a different hallway and clear at the other end of the school from my coworkers that I've worked with for the past 5 years. I feel this lack of time to engage wholeheartedly, and it can be very draining, feeling like you are on an island completely on your own. The final cause of practitioner burnout that we are going to look at today is limited teacher experience. If a teacher has limited experience, they can become particularly overwhelmed over a short period of time. Conchio states that nearly 1/3 of all new teachers leave the field just after 3 years due to dissatisfaction, acceptance of better paying jobs such as administrative positions, or career diversion. As a new teacher, you're learning how to lesson plan for your class, determining what classroom management strategies you're going to utilize, communicating with parents and guardians, and much more. As a new special education teacher, you are learning new or possibly different protocols and paperwork that your new district uses, learning about your new caseload, determining when you're going to provide services, and collaborating with classroom teachers. All of these job duties can become extremely overwhelming for a new teacher with limited experience. Practitioner burnout can have a very large impact on the field of special education. When teachers are experiencing burnout, it can have negative effects on their mental health. Another impact that has been seen is that special education teachers' overall work performance decreases. There is a high rate of teacher turnover that has been noted through research. Teachers also are feeling dissatisfied with their job. They may feel that they are not able to provide the support that they want to, or may feel that they are not getting a sufficient amount of support from administration. Here are a few resources to help overcome and learn about practitioner burnout. Ackerman provides an extensive list of 25 mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, exercises and courses. Some examples are focused breathing and meditation exercises, which we will talk a little more about in the next few slides. Enriching Students has an article called Compassion Fatigue in Teachers. This resource was very eye-opening and discussed how teachers are affected by caring for their students and strategies to put in place to help support you. The Positive Psychology website has an extensive list of different articles and resources for stress and burnout prevention. Some skills and strategies to help overcome burnout are MBSR, setting boundaries, reframing your control, and coping strategies. We will discuss each further in the next slides. MBSR has different techniques and exercises to help you refocus your mind. Ackerman provides us with the mindfulness exercises of the breath, body scan, object meditation, mindful eating, walking meditation, and mindful stretching. I have provided a 6-minute video for body scan meditation. This provides you with a guide to focus on different body parts and notice if any specific areas are causing you stress. These can be very useful strategies as you are able to do them wherever you are. Here are the MBSR mindfulness techniques. They are focus mindfulness, awareness mindfulness, and shifting from focus to awareness. Awareness mindfulness is when you look at your situation, problem, or emotions from the outside looking in. If someone else was having these concerns, how would you help them or what support would you provide them? I have linked a TED Talk called Mindfulness in Education, Learning from the Inside Out. Amy Burke is an educator who provides her personal experience from feeling stressed and overwhelmed and how mindfulness impacted her life as well as her experience in the classroom. Setting boundaries is another strategy to help overcome burnout. To help you set boundaries, you can utilize other staff members, such as social workers, who can also support your students. This helps you not take on all of the responsibility and secondhand trauma from caring for others. You can also leave work at work, meaning not working on any work at home or answering emails. Also trying not to stay after your set hours. Compassion Fatigue in Teachers also references the skill of reframing your control. There are things that are going to be out of your control and that you won't be able to change. It is important to focus on what you can do. Finally, we're going to go through a few coping strategies that Kanshio et al. Provided. They are listening to music, dancing, writing, gardening, yoga, exercising, and having a support system. Kanshio et al. Predicted that dancing would statistically lower stress and be the most successful coping strategy. To finish, I wanted to provide you with a few details on the Oliveira et al. Article on social and emotional learning SEL interventions. Although relatively recent, SEL interventions present promising results, particularly with regard to reducing teachers' psychological distress and increasing their well-being. Research from this study showed that the longer interventions are put in place, longer than 3 months, the more likely teachers will feel positive benefits from it. Interventions included yoga and mindfulness, and effective classroom interventions. We typically think of SEL interventions for our students, so it makes sense to try it out for teachers as well. I will leave you with this challenge. If you are trying out a new intervention, skill, or strategy, try it out for more than 3 months to see if they truly help or whether or not to try a new strategy.